Hey PPR fans, welcome back to this week's Hogcast. My name is Tristan Lopez. We're here at El Camino High School where the Wildcats take on the visiting Grossmont Foothillers. The Wildcats are coming off a pretty impressive victory against the St. Augustine Saintsmen, as where the Foothillers are coming off a pretty tragic loss against the West Hills Wolfpack. Let's see what team comes out on top here at week 2. Roll the highlights. Starting off in the first quarter, running back Ray Taylor, big man, rumbles into the end zone for a 4-yard touchdown, putting the Wildcats up 7-0. El Camino with the ball again in the first. QB Carson Howard takes the snap, can't find any of his friends, and decides to handle business himself and runs it in for another 4-yard TD. Wildcats go for 2 and convert, putting the Cats up 15-0 still in the first. Here in the second quarter, Wildcats with the ball. Running back Zerl Eatman takes the handoff and says, "I want in on the fun tonight," and runs it in for a 9-yard Wildcat touchdown, putting the Cats up 22-0. Later in the second, QB Carson Howard throws a strike to his pal wide receiver Tate Reed for a 27-yard TD. Wildcats up 28-0 going into half. Let's check in with the Wildcats student section. These fans do have a reason to celebrate as their team is up at half, but let's get back to the action. Picking it up in the third quarter, quarterback Carson Howard finds his pal Tate Reed once again for another touchdown. Wildcats up 34-0. Here in the fourth, big man number 54, Asaloma Tina Samoa, runs it in from 1 yard out, said, "I went in on the fun," and gets a touchdown, putting the Wildcats up 41-0. Later in the fourth, Grossmont's wide receiver Justin Brown makes the catch and takes it 46 yards for the Foothiller touchdown, puts the Hillers on the board, but it is too late as the Wildcats take the 41-7 victory. After the game, I caught up with El Camino's head coach, Michael Hobbs. Hey PPR fans, my name is Tristan. We're here at Coach Hobbs, El Camino Wildcats, winning coach tonight, 41-7 victory. Coach, what did you guys work on in the offseason?
For us, it's just about controlling our emotions. We've got a lot of emotional players, and we know that if we can control our emotions and play our game and not allow other people to control it, then we know we're the only ones that can stop us.
Cool. You guys had a good showing today. You guys got Pinnacle next week. What do you have to go into this next week and work on and make sure you guys get that victory next week?
We got to have great practices this week. I mean, we know they're good. Right? They got one of the best tight ends in the nation. We've seen him. He's a stud, and he's not the only player they have. So we know that they've got quite a few guys coming in here, and we've got to be ready for them. They got a long drive, so we're going to get after it. But they're used to those drives, man. That's what those Arizona teams do. They're always driving. But
nice, nice. You had Zeetman, I believe, or Zerl?
Yeah,
he had two kick returns. They called back today. I'm sure he'll be bummed about it, but he got it on film. Is he one of your key players? Are you focused on the offense and defense?
We've got a lot of key players, man. I got a lot of weapons out there. So
nice.
You know, he starts on defense too, so we try not to start him on offense, and he's a nasty corner just as well.
Yeah.
So he can come in, and we've got those 3 backs that we're running people over to, and then we get him in there, and it's a little lightning. You know, we've got some thunder and lightning going in the backfield, and if we can get our blocks with our linemen, those guys are nasty. And we got some speed on the outside too. You had Tate Reed with 2 touchdowns today, and he's one of our senior captains, and he's been nasty all year. So
nice. Well, congrats, coach. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
That's it for this week's Hogcast. See us next week.